have to say my favorite session thus far today has been FBI Jeff Sillett earlier today for a variety of reasons, one of which you don't usually get to see that amount of spunk at an FCPA conference, but secondly, though, too, it was helpful to get some of the insights about what the Bureau is doing in terms of enforcement activity in this space. I didn't really learn or hear anything exceptionally new. I think for some time there's been a discussion about ramping up the enforcement efforts for the FBI in terms of adding headcount. I think what was a little bit new was to hear about just how targeted they were going to be across the United States. And I guess there is a little bit something new, just in terms of how they are actually thinking about the matters themselves, and they're treating them like they would treat any other criminal matter that they've handled in the past, or organized crime type activities. I would think that the ACI Conference is always the premier conference that folks come to. You do have the top regulators coming in, giving their insights, depending upon how candid they may be. And it's also extraordinarily helpful to benchmark across industries with people, other chief compliance officers, other external lawyers, to get some good things to take back to your boards, your audit committees, and management. So I'd have to say that the ACI is a bit different in that regard, in that it is extraordinarily practical. One of the bigger compliance issues facing companies is going to be really specific, I think, to sort of me and my role as kind of as a chief compliance officer and those types of professionals. I think the challenge is getting more transparency from the regulators and being able to communicate that back to their business and their key stakeholders to actually understand just what they should be focused on in terms of risk, how they should be sort of structuring their programs, how they should be educating their employees and advising their stakeholders. I would tell someone who's never been to this conference to come in and really not just sit and listen, but to interact with the number of people that are actually at this conference. My experience has been that people are extraordinarily conversant, maybe not so much on the lectern, but certainly in the separate workshops or sometimes just out during a coffee break. So I would advise people to go across and talk to people outside of their industry as well, so they can get some better insights to take back and to maintain those relationships as they go forward.